Welcome to AMN From the Floor, Apex 2024. We are coming to you from the Babcocks on the go at the show broadcast studio presented by Aishin. I'm Jason Morgan, Director of Content at Babcocks Media. Great show for you today. It is packed, and I mean packed, with exclusive interviews, and that's where we're going to kick it off. Emma Henderson, AMN Managing Editor and Producer, is at the MPA booth with an exclusive sneak peek at what's going on there. Emma, take it away.
Hello, everyone. We are at the Motor Car Parts of America booth at Apex 2024. With me today is Mario Garza, and we are going to talk a little bit about sustainability and some of the products that you guys have here. So first of all, how's your Apex going?
It's been great. It's been really wonderful connecting with a lot of colleagues from my past and current, just catching up and really just, one big family and just, having a good time and educating everybody on our parts and products.
Absolutely. And, you and I have talked before, and one of the big things that your company really pushes for is sustainability. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing, some of the initiatives?
So from a product availability perspective, we offer full line remanufactured starters, alternators, brake calipers, brake power boosters. And so from a sustainability perspective, we're very conscious and aware of the impact that it makes to the broader global system, the energy saving. So a lot of what we do at MPA is energy conservation through recycling, water conservation, and we just know that our internal processes are dialed in order to make a more efficient product, high quality product that is good for the environment and good for the end user.
And do you feel like the industry's headed more towards sustainability? You guys seem to be a little bit ahead of the game.
I think MPA is, in my opinion, is ahead of the game. I think everybody who's in the remanufacturing business is doing their part. I obviously don't know what all they're doing, but I get very encouraged when I'm sitting in some of the meetings and I'm hearing about successes and what some of these companies are doing. So I think the awareness and the importance is getting there, and it's improving year over year.
And if there was one thing, I know this is a little bit of a tough question, if there was one thing about remanufactured parts that you wish people would know more about, what would that be?
So I think the one thing that I would want to do would be to drive more awareness around the quality of remanufactured parts. I think from an industry perspective, we all understand that they're high quality parts, but I think we all need to do a better job of educating the consumer on why it's important. And you're really not missing anything when you purchase a remanufactured part from an aftermarket company.
All right, so we've seen this part of your booth, but that's not it. So what else can we take a look at?
I think we should talk to Ron Aparicio, and he can tell you all about our quality-built brakes and undercar programs.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, so we are continuing our adventure with Motor Car Parts of America, and with me is Ron Aparicio.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
How's your Apex been going?
It's been good. It's been very busy.
All right, so I have to ask, we're on this side of the booth. What is this side of the booth dedicated to, and what would you like us to know about it?
Yeah, it's a great question. This side of the booth is dedicated to our brake program. At MPA, we partner with all of our customers, and as we've progressed into our adventure into brakes with calipers, brake boosters, and all the things around the wheel, we've recently launched a full brake program and rotor program to all the professional installer market.
And with that launch, what is it like putting new products out there? How has it been going?
Brakes is a tough category, a very emotional category. The customers have preferences, and the one thing that all the technicians and the professional customers need is something that they can rely on, something that's high quality. And with MPA's history, that's really what we do. And so entering the brake area is not the easiest thing in the world to do, but when the technician knows about our quality, they know that MPA's got good parts. And so we've been able to go out and pitch the professional installer on the quality that's in the box, and we've been successful in gaining a lot of traction.
What would you say separates you from the competition?
It's our company. It's our company heritage, the way we go to market, the way we go to business, the way we take care of our customers, and in fact, the quality that's in the box.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you guys for coming along with us to MPA.
Thanks, Emma. Really great insight there from MPA. I had a chance to swing by the Drive booth and talk with Jenna Boone, Vice President and General Manager of U.S. and Canada for Drive, about all the changes going on there and her vision for everything moving forward. Let's see what she had to say. Jenna, thanks for taking the time. Great to catch up.
Absolutely.
So you joined Drive in February.
Yes.
What's your outlook for the company? What are you hoping to do going forward?
Oh, I mean, the opportunities really right now are endless with the company. It's been a great journey thus far. We've put together a strategy that really looks to target us as transformational and really to be the most valuable aftermarket company in the world. This year, we have launched all sorts of new products that I'll take you through.
Yes.
That's one of our strategies, is to bring new products to market and to do it in 50% of the time we were doing it before, and we've been successful at that.
Okay, so cutting that down quite a bit.
Yeah. We have great brands, and we service the light vehicle community as well as the commercial vehicle community. We're looking to grow in the commercial vehicle sector as well. We also are really looking to be, the best in class when it comes to availability, VIO coverage, and really making sure our customers have the quality product that they need. And another segment that we are really getting into a lot deeper than Drive had previously been is to be able to provide private label to our customers.
Okay,
as a lot of our customers are looking to launch their own brands.
Right. Very cool. Yeah. Well, you got a great presence here at Apex. You've mentioned the product, so I got to ask, what's big here at the show? What are you showing off?
Okay, so behind you and all around the booth, we have launched Wagner sensors here.
Should we take a look?
Yeah, might as well. We've launched Wagner sensors here for camshaft and crankshaft. We will be continuing to expand on this line and offering more segments in the line as well as more SKUs going forward. Those came out in mid-August. We just launched a new CV axle with Moog. So the nicest thing about this is Moog, again, has come in as a problem solver to solve the problem. So that's what we do. We're using a boot material that is more resistant and durable to the environment that these parts are in every day. And thus, essentially, it makes the product last longer. It protects the inner workings of the product from dust, dirt, and all of the things that get in its way from operation. As I said, we're looking to get further into the CV market. So we also have wanted to get into air suspension. I mean, it just makes great sense because of our Monroe brand. And so coming early next year, we'll have an offering here of air suspension products through Monroe brand. We're very excited.
Very cool. A little sneak peek there. Excellent.
Another key item here, Wagner calipers. So these calipers are all new. They're zinc coated for corrosion prevention, and really they are a great way for us to round out our Wagner brake offering in that brand, and to give our customers, really that nice quality that they expect from Wagner and be able to offer the entire program. Additionally, we launched, and it's a little bit farther over here, but we launched Monroe heavy duty chassis. This is a really a great way for us to live our value of growing in the CV space. So this launched in late October, and we are now offering it to all of our CV customers or any customers that service the CV market. And then finally, we've become a distributor of Uhling's ultra premium shocks, and you can see it over there. It's almost like jewelry to look at, so I have to show it to you. Uhling's is known for quality, ultra premium performance. We're very excited to be able to be a distributor of this brand.
So clearly wide portfolio of products here. So across the product line, are there any trends that bubble up and emerge as you roll out new products and your approach to that? Anything that comes to mind?
So we kind of look at it in a couple ways, and it goes against the strategy that we have. So we take a focus in our CV space, where we essentially focus on what products does it make sense for us to use our brands and fill a gap in the market. And so that's one of the ways that we select the brands that we want to go after, or the products we want to go after with our brands, to be able to sell and service the needs of our customers in the market. The other thing is we take a look similarly on the LV side. Are there trends that we're seeing where we really have a right to win? They make sense with the brands that we offer. They're an adjacency or even just really a product that the market doesn't have. And we go after that now with our much shorter time to market.
Yeah.
It allows us to be really right at the forefront and offer those crucial parts. And so I'm really proud of that. I mean, you can see how much we've launched this year, and it's been done at a very fast rate.
What's enabling that? What's enabling you to move at that faster speed?
We have a very, I would say, transitioned our culture into sort of how do we go fast? How do we think about it so that we can make the most impact as quickly as possible? And so, a lot of times we were looking more linear, in a linear manner at how to launch products. We said there's a lot of things we can do in parallel so we don't sacrifice safety, quality, anything like that. And that's really how we've done it, is looking at our templates and figuring out how do we take time out, how do we partner with the right materials suppliers, sources, so that we can go as fast as we possibly can and still bring excellent engineering, excellent product quality, and really have a great offering.
Right. Well, I have to ask, because everyone here, I think there are large industry topics that bubble up in every conversation. Sustainability, artificial intelligence, EV, the gamut. What's your view of how you navigate those larger evolutions?
My view may be a little different.
Okay. Well, I welcome it.
And I've actually been in the after-sales, aftermarket industry for quite a while now. The way I view the aftermarket is that we're here to service the vehicle population. And we know that there are many vehicles on the road that are not using that technology yet. So the one thing we want to do is continue to be cater to those vehicles and be able to supply. And then as we go through our new product line launches, we look to what does the market need? More so than are we pivoting towards a technology? No, we're pivoting towards what does the market need, and how do our brands offer it, and then to make sure that people know, we're not going to run away from the offerings that we have today. Right. That we're still here, we're stable, and we're able to provide the product that they expect.
Right. Yeah, a measured approach there. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Very cool. Broadly speaking, so we're Apex 2024. A year from now, when we're standing here in 25, what do you see down the road coming here in the following year?
I think, we are going to continue to build on the strategy that I talked about. So I believe we will see this area of the booth with more new products.
Okay, very good.
More stands, right? I think we'll also start to see that focus on the commercial vehicle space really come through at Apex 2025. And then, I still expect all of the great quality brands to be here, to be strong, and customers to be very happy.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate you taking the time. This was wonderful.
Thank you. It was wonderful. I appreciate it.
A big thanks to Jenna for taking the time to share her thoughts. Lots of headlines here developing at the show. Emma Henderson, AMN, managing editor and producer, has the story. Emma, what's going on out there?
MEMA Aftermarket Suppliers and the Auto Care Association released a joint EV Trends Outlook report premiering at Apex that shows EV adoption plateauing over the past 2 years. Despite a compound annual growth rate of 25% since 2019, cost and concerns about things like battery life are making people pause before purchasing a BEV. Looking forward, BEVs are supposed to take up about 30% of the market by 2030 and 59% by 2035, when predicting for the best case scenario. Members of MEMA and Auto Care can find the full report on their respective websites. And fresh off its recent acquisition of Selenium Group and Visual SKUs, Epicor also had a strong showing at Apex with new technology at the forefront. Its brand performance analytic allows users to see how their brand is doing compared to its competition, breaking it down by make and model of the car, and more. It also showed a demand curve analytic where users can look at a 5-year snapshot for different part categories, and it added the company's catalog for automotive to Epicor Vision, the company's distribution management system.
A lot going out there on the floor. In fact, we're going to head on out because our friends at Hunter Engineering, they're just over there at Joe's Garage. Let's go see what they have going on.
Jason, hey.
Great to see you.
Good to see you.
You have an impressive footprint here. We got a booth, we got a garage.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you show me around the booth? What do you got going on here at the show?
Well, first off, thank you for taking a couple of minutes to do that, right? So we try to bring out all the heavy hitters, kind of our basic stuff to the show here at Apex this year. And so we would like to start out, of course, with our Hawkeye Elite alignment machine. The Hunter Hawkeye Elite has been out for 12 or so years now, and it's kind of an industry standard, so it's a lot of fun for us, of course, with our the wheel adapters that make life really easy and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yep.
So that's fantastic. Come on around this way a little bit, right? So then we've got what we would call our kind of our tire corral with different equipment going on in here. We've got our Maverick tire changer, our Revolution tire changer that offers the walk-away features on it, so it allows people to be much more efficient with their time and energy and resources.
Okay.
Both of those are actually manufactured only by us, only for us here in the United States, so that's all in-house stuff, so we do like that. We've got our on-car lathe, which the Ace lathe here allows us to make, for the folks that still feel like cutting rotors is important for their lives, because we know a lot of people, there's different variations there on expenses for supplies and things they do. The on-car lathe with our anti-chatter technology makes this a very stress-free kind of experience where you're getting a phenomenal cut on a rotor and you're not having to think a whole lot about harmonic vibrations and things like that.
Right.
So that's our on-car lathe, which we do love that. We've got over, I guess let's walk around the other side here, right? Come on around.
Well, you know what, and on the tire changers too, what's the mood here at Apex and on the aftermarket segment? Is that something that shops are interested in? Do they see the value in that?
Tire changers in general?
Yeah, just reducing that wear on their bodies, right? Making it more efficient, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Man. So you and I have both seen the transition from larger balloon type tires kind of to everything's low profile today, right?
Yep.
So there is, like you say, a lot more demand on the physical body work of the technician, and then of course worrying about damaging rims that get ever more sensitive, right? That black matte painted rim's a lot of fun to work with.
Right.
So people are looking for solutions. They're looking for a tire changer that's going to reduce stress, that's going to take care of what they need taken care of, and accommodate obviously quality and longevity. That's a big thing. Well, and I guess if I were to say it, one thing I really love about Hunter and our tire changers is, as an engineering company, job number one is kind of to see how efficiently we can get something done with as few moving parts as possible. Right. So that's few moving parts, is fewer points of failure, and less maintenance.
Right. And fewer of my parts moving, I feel like would be good. You know what I mean? Take some of that bodily wear and tear off.
Absolutely, because they do inflict a lot of potential for that.
For sure.
Yeah, so come on around here. Well, I would say, too, we've partnered with Lincoln Tech for our booth this year, right? Yeah. So you're familiar with Lincoln Tech and how they're training new technicians and stuff all over the country. So we've got some of them in here with us as well to give information about what they're doing.
Very cool.
So, yeah, we like to cross-market and take care of people that like to use our equipment as well.
Well, and you guys always have ongoing training and support out in the field as well.
Absolutely.
So nothing new for you guys.
Yeah, then we come on around over here to the other side where we see David Henry in the moment working on our Road Force Elite Balancer. Always a tool that since 1998, our Road Force Balancer has been changing the tire industry by proving to technicians and anybody else who's paying attention that tires, believe it or not, are not perfect, right? And we've got ways to make that ride quality just as good as you can possibly get it. So he's doing that on the Road Force Elite right now. And then actually, look at this. While he's doing that balancing on that tire, the tire changer is over here.
Oh, yeah, look
removing
at that
tire, and nobody's having to get involved. How about that? That's the walkway technology on that Revolution, just doing a phenomenal job here. I love watching it because if you've ever changed a tire yourself,
which I have,
exactly, then you can see it doing the moves that you know you've got to do. The way it pulled the tire up into the drop center before it tried to demount that bottom bead, all of those things built right into the software to take good care of the problems that we're all facing as an industry.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Hold the tire right there, ready for them. That's perfect.
Phenomenal stuff. What else have you guys got going on that's really exciting today?
Oh my goodness, just, a lot of the topics here are talking about everything from artificial intelligence, sustainability, EV, and really just the health of the aftermarket right now. It's in a pretty good position, and we're looking at, next year we are standing here on Election Day, which makes things interesting, but everyone's pretty bullish on 25 and feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's an exciting time to be part of the automotive industry. And I'm excited to see about how we're going to funnel more young people into this opportunity for a career path. Man, we're going to have a good time.
Well, let's go look at where the work is really done here in the garage.
Yeah,
right?
Oh, sure. Go garage. Let's go. So here we are, just across the path in Joe's garage, which is a cool part for people who've never been here before. This is trying to replicate kind of a real shop life, right? So that's fantastic. And we've got set up our alignment bay with our ultimate ADAS new alignment machine system, all integrating ADAS work and alignment work all into one, right? Doing everything we can to speed up the process, the efficiency, the documentation, and the accuracy of some of these ADAS calibrations. Right. All the EV stuff you were just talking about and autonomous vehicles and all the things that we love as an industry, very technical and requires a little bit more hands-on stuff. but it can be really quite tedious as well. Yep. So we've done everything we can to develop a system in-house that allows us to make those processes happen super fast, right? Because I'm a hybrid driver. I'm on my 9th Toyota hybrid at the moment. I love those features, the lane departure warning, the adaptive cruise control. Right. But if that stuff isn't working right, which the studies show that in a lot of cases after repairs it's not working right, that's a bad feeling.
Well, I mean, it's a safety issue, right? Because
Absolutely.
these are critical safety, even its assistance systems. If it's not going to operate the way you think it is, then you could be in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what's the feeling as people are walking through this? You're talking to people from shops.
Yeah.
Are they gravitating toward ADAS as an opportunity for their shop? What's the story and pitch you got to give them to get them interested?
Sure. Okay. So ADAS, I mean, it's been around a long time. Yeah. There's ADAS technology that's been around for 25 years at this point, including adaptive cruise control kinds of things. Right. And people for a long time have just decided that they were hoping that would just kind of work itself out. It become standardized, it become something that calibrates itself or whatever. And I think they're coming around to the fact that that's not going to be their reality. They're going to have to figure out a way to, how are they going to contend with that and take good care of their people? So I think it's kind of a humble acceptance stage that we're in right now, that we can't fight it anymore. It's coming into your shops already. What's your plan to address it? That's really the conversation now. What do you want to do? Right. We can't ignore it. Can't pretend it's not happening.
It's so integrated in almost every part of the vehicle. They're more electronically controlled now. Everything's going through computers. You got to be able to...
Well, and even as a market segment, there was a while there where all the diesel truck guys were like, yeah, that's not my problem. Okie dokie. Welcome to the new F-250 that has all that technology in it, right? Right. So, yeah, it's everywhere. Let's make the most of it, because it is a tremendous opportunity for businesses. One thing I thought is interesting about it is that people go into that. Sometimes they've seen marketing that's got their attention, and they tell themselves, I'm just going to do a bunch of $300, 15-minute calibrations. They get that idea in their head. What I'm excited about is that they're actually doing a lot more diagnostic work as well with those systems, right? So you're improving your business model by having a different profit center there, not only the calibrations, but more of that electronic diagnostic work, right? Which is generally clean work, right? It's not a lot of heavy lifting. So there's a lot of good things about that for shop owners too, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Well, a lot of good things that you just took me through. I appreciate you taking the time.
Absolutely, Jason. Glad to see you. Yep. Appreciate the work you guys are doing to encourage the industry and take good care of our folks. And the folks that can't be here, thank you for sharing the good stuff.
No, thank you.
Yep.
We're going to head back to the podcast studio. Big thanks to our friends over at Hunter Engineering for showing us around, and thank you all for sticking with us here on AMN From the Floor Apex 2024. We'll see you on the next one.